Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Fiona and I'm a visual artist. I specialize in bright, bold, colorful abstracts, whether that's through painting, ceramics, or public art. So on this channel, I take you with me on my artistic journey. We go to art exhibits, I show you art supplies, and projects from start to finish. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It would really help me out a lot and I would appreciate it. All right, so for this vlog, we will be doing the Other Art Fair. If you're not familiar with the fair, I believe they started in London and then they expanded internationally. So they have fairs all over the world, from Australia to America, Europe, all over the place. I've been fortunate to do many of the Brooklyn ones. I did the LA one as well last year. I'll link some of the vlogs below if you want to check those out. But we are doing another Brooklyn one. It's going to be in a brand new location called Zero Space. It's kind of near Barclays Center area, so I think it'll be good. I'm interested to see how it goes. So we're gonna kick off this vlog with prep and getting ready for the fair. I've already created all of the work, but the fair is next week. So I'm just trying to get my labels made, packing my toolbox. You can see my drawing rack here, and just show you guys a little bit about what I do to get ready. So let's jump into that. All right, so here in the studio, I have two large paintings. That'll be my back wall, which is 8 feet. And then the side walls of the booth are 4 feet each. So I have this painting going on one side and that on the other. And I have two circular paintings that I've already framed and packed away. That'll go underneath this. And then underneath this one, I do have two square paintings on wood panel. They're unframed, so they would be the only unframed things. I'm not entirely sure whether I'll include them yet or not, but it is something I'm considering. At this point, I need to title these and sign the backs. I find titling to be very important, but very difficult for me. As someone who's visual, it's easier for me to express myself through painting or through a visual medium versus words, clearly, as I'm speaking. So I need to sit down, stare at them for a while. Normally when I'm coming up with titles, I'll kind of brainstorm a list. So I'll show you here on my phone. So this was the spring labels I did. Returning to the place I dream of. Hold on, we're gonna scroll down. The stillness of the moment that I carry with me to this day. And what I'll do is have the price, the size framed and unframed, and the medium, as well as the date. But what's not included here is I have sort of a little social media label. So a lot of the times people come into these fairs, they'll take a photo of the label and the photo of the piece, but then, yeah, if your name's not on it, then yeah, they're not gonna be able to find you, or they're not able to find your social media. So let me see if I can find one. I think I probably have one around here. So here's an example of an old label. So you can see I have my social media in the corner there and all the info about size, medium, price, title. Put your name on it because, yeah, a lot of the time people will take a photo of this in the piece and they don't have the context of your entire booth. So that is what I suggest for labels. I also started putting the price in a different color just because it helps it pop a little bit, and really that's what people are looking for when they're going up to the label. So that's how I treat that. While we're in here, this particular art fair, I've been commissioned to do a mural. So I have my paints out, or my paint brushes. I'm going to have to go buy paint. They were specifying that they wanted Sherwin-Williams water-based paint. So not only will I have my supplies to put together my booth, Zelda's here saying hi. Not only do I have the supplies to put together my booth, but I will also be bringing mural supplies. So we'll sort of be doubly in the amount of stuff that I'm bringing, but I'm very excited to do a mural on the side of my booth. I know. So what other stuff do you need for the Other Art Fair? We're here on the floor. Zelda, you're so cute, but come here, over here. Yes, she's very, very snuggly. Whenever she sees me packing for something, she gets into snuggle mode. Okay, Zelda, how about I lay down? Good girl. So, something you should bring in case you sell are some red dots. I wouldn't mind smaller ones, but this is what was available. You can just pick them up at Staples or you can get them at Amazon. Those are good to have. This is for the mural supplies. This is to mix my paints. Zelda, come back here. This is gonna be the most chaotic vlog, I can already tell. This, I have some extra hanging system pieces in case, just in case I get there and like one of my pieces is not properly hanging. So you can see this here. Zelda, stop. I'm going closer. No, this is mine. I like this brand. It kind of has everything together. So it has something for the backing, as well as the wire and the hooks. So it kind of has everything you need. So I usually bring like 1 or 2 of them. For this one, I'd use the wire on something else, so I just put a ton of other wire in there. But good to have on hand. So I have business cards in here. I got them from Moo. I'll show what they look like here. But yeah, ordered new business cards. And I find for the Brooklyn Fair that having, I don't know, at least 400. I ran out last time that I did the fair. So, and that's a good point. So people are tending to use QR codes nowadays. So I usually have 1 or 2 and I stick them on each side of the booth because depending where people are looking, they might not see it. But I have my newsletter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, so people can scan that and find me. I find that for social media, people use this a ton. For the newsletter, it's been kind of I found that when I had like the analog one, people are more likely to sign up that way, or if you have an iPad. Just my experience that since I've switched to using a QR code for that, I don't get as many signups, but I do, since using a QR code, get a ton more social media signups. So that's something good to have. And then yeah, for other art fair, for the Brooklyn one at least, they don't let us use hammer and nail. We have to use a drill for the walls that they're renting. So I bring an electric drill because if you were to try and do it by hand, you will just kill your hands. So mine comes with 2 batteries. So I am currently charging one right here. And then when that one's done charging, I'm gonna charge this one just to be on the safe side. And then yeah, I have like a hammer because you never know, wire cutters. So bringing a general toolbox. I'm going to get to titling my work and signing everything, and then it's really about packaging it up to transport it into the city. But that'll be happening next week. And for now, it's just going to be making sure it's all sort of prepped and put aside here. Like, I'm literally in a guest room right now in the house and just putting everything in here. So, like, it's a week out. And I know as I'm even, like, sitting doing this, I'm going to think of other things. So, if you can get ahead of it, it's good to be ahead of it. So I have a stack of these drawings I did that are gonna go into my drawing rack. So I need to sign and title them. So far I have 5 done. I do have another 4 here that are kind of like prepped if I want to do something. And I figure since I have a week, it might be fine. And I can buy foam core and do the backings and put those labels on. But yeah, as I'm doing it, I'm going into my list here and putting the names in, because when I go to my computer, I just want to pull up my notes and like plug in all the labels, print everything, and just do it in the one go. I hate having to print it multiple times. The other thing I've got to do is go through my toolbox here, because I was just showing you guys my tools, but I actually cleaned this out and put my tools in here. And then this is a mess because I haven't even cleaned it out since last time. But when I'm in my booth, it's kind of nice to have either a box or somewhere you can put just some of your things, like your bag, a couple bottles of water, maybe some tools. You want to keep some tools on site. Like if I want to keep my drill and stuff, I can put it in this box, and this kind of tucks nicely behind the drying rack, or kind of next to it. So yeah, I have to clean this up, bring other things that I would need, like scissors. And then it's funny, I have like all the nails that I used last time for the wall are still in here, so I'll probably just reuse them because none of them are stripped. They're in perfectly fine condition. Here we go. Here's the nails that I used. Every fair kind of has its own rules in terms of what you can use, because they basically rent the walls from a wall company, and then the walls go up. You know, you put up your work, but then after that's done, they break down the walls and the walls go back to that wall company. So these wall companies just rent out for all sorts of different events, art fairs being one of them, but they do all sorts of conventions and things. So it's not like these walls belong to the art fair. They are also renting them. So that's why when they're renting it, the manufacturer or the company tells them, oh, you know, no nails, only screws and things like that. So good to pay attention if you're doing the art fair, what type of walls they're renting, if they have anything particular about that. I feel like for the LA one, they didn't tell us anything about it, and I brought this and it worked fine. But for the Brooklyn one specifically, we used to use nails, and now, we used to use nails, and you could do a nail and hammer, and now we use screws. The other story about when we were doing a hammer and nails was the first time I did the fair, I put everything up with nails, and then I left, and then the person around the back side of me, they started putting together their booth, and when they were banging their wall, some of my stuff started falling off because I didn't have a wire for it. I just like had put like the edge of like, it was like a wood panel. I just like put that on the nail. So if you can, put a wire on your pieces, and if you can't, take them off of the wall, like after, like set everything up, and then take stuff just off that you're worried about, and then right before the fair is starting, just go hang and make sure everything looks good. I do the same with my ceramics because I have a couple of shelves. So I'll set everything up, put all the ceramics up, then if I'm going to get lunch, because usually between setup and the actual start, there's like a few hours, depending how quickly you finish setting up your booth. But I know like between like 4 and 6, they ask people to be done so that they can sweep the place and make sure everything looks good before guests start showing up. So yeah, I would really recommend if you have anything fragile, like I do with the shelf with the ceramics, I set everything up, then I take it off the wall. Thankfully though, like since people have been using screws instead of nails, nothing has fallen off the wall. Plus I also got wise to making sure there's a hanging wire. So let my mistakes be your learning. Have that hanging wire. Anything you're fragile and worried about, take off the shelf, just quickly pop it back on, and then you should be good. Now I need to title and date these paintings and figure that out. The other thing I figured out about it was this largest painting. When I put it back in the box, because I was just gonna to package and bring these in, put it in the box that I'd got the frames in, because it's like, it's a good box and that'll keep things sturdy. That box doesn't fit in my mom's car. because I had ordered it to be delivered here. And I'm not actually sure that once I wrap this, even if I bubble wrap it, if it'll fit in her car. All right, darlings, another part of art fair prep for me is picking outfits. And you can see it is currently a disaster. There is actually a suitcase under this pile here. But I like to pick my outfits ahead of time because I have so much going on during the weekend itself that trying to decide outfits the day of causes too much stress. I've done it before and I don't enjoy it. Plus, since I'll be staying at my friend's place in the city, I have to bring a suitcase. So I don't even have access to my closet. But with that said, even when I did, I liked having a plan ahead of time. And, you know, a few alternatives for things, because sometimes you wake up and you're just not in the mood to wear a certain thing. So anyway, we're gonna get this mess sorted out, and yeah, that's another piece of the art fair puzzle that I just wanted to share, because that's a reality for me. Hello friends, it is another day. As you can see, the studio is all cleared out. All the paintings have been transported into the city, which I'm really relieved about. I'm so thankful that my friend's parents, they have a lovely apartment in downtown Brooklyn and they're letting me stay there. And I'd said to them, I'm very worried I have to do this mural and I have these paintings as well, and I don't want to transport my paintings into the city at the same time as the mural supplies. Just, you know, you think about the worst case scenario, which would be that one of the paint cans would spill on one of my paintings. Anyway, they said, it's fine, here's the key, go drop off the stuff. And so yeah, I went in yesterday with my mom and we went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That was so much fun. I don't think I realized the idea of, like, I've gone to concerts and it's like one person playing and like maybe an opening band, but the idea of you got to see so many iconic musicians all in one night. So it was really a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. We didn't get back till like 2 a.m. though, so I'm very, very tired. But anyway, empty studio, paintings are safely transported and in the city for me next week. And all I have to do will be to bring in my mural supplies, and yeah, it'll be good. Relief. So what I have to do today is finish putting together the drawings for my drawing rack. So this might be another hint for you guys if this is something you want to do. A lot of people do print racks. I do a drawing rack. I do original drawings. I don't make prints, but the same would go for a print rack. So I need to get foam core to back it, archival sleeves so they're protected as people thumb through it, and then the foam core backing keeps the drawing from bending, and then labels so I can put like title and price on the back of those so people can thumb through, look at the back, and see all the information about the drawing. So I'm gonna go do that. And then what I also do I have to print my labels today, is I will print the label and then mount it to foam core. I think it just looks nicer on the wall. I don't always do it, but I think since I'm buying it for these drawings, I may as well. And what else do I have to do today? I have like some other stuff I'm going to look at, supplies for a different project, and that will be in a different video. But anyway, we're gonna head out. Let's do it. It is unbelievably priced. Really, Michaels? That much for a bit? I get more than triple that for like $4 at Blick. Okay, Michaels does not have archival bags, so we're gonna try Jerry's Art Remnant. Okay, we're at Jerry's. $11, and you get this gigantic sheet. Michaels, frickin' ripoff. I am back. I'm here at the computer and I'm going to make my labels. So I was going to pick up like the white labels that you would get from Staples, but I think I'm just gonna print out on paper and stick on the back of the things, because trying to figure out how those labels go into this printer, like I know my own printer in Bloomfield, but I don't know my mom's, so I'm not gonna bother. I'm just gonna print it all out on paper and use tape and stick it to the back. So that's what we're gonna do now. Okay friends, so I have my drawings, I have my sketch, I have my labels, and I'm pretty much ready. Just have to pack my suitcase. Zelda's not happy. I know, it's okay. But she'll be staying here with her grandmother, so she'll be spoiled. Anywho, I'll see you guys Wednesday for the start, for drop off and starting the mural. See you then. Good morning. It's about 6:30 on Wednesday, and Zelda has woke me up for her walk as usual, but I'm gonna get myself ready because I'm heading into the city today. Other art fair opens tomorrow officially on Thursday, but I'm going in today because I've been asked to do a mural. So I'm gonna start it today, and my hope is to also just bring all my paintings and shelving and everything for setup tomorrow today, because I don't want to deal with the chaos of Thursday where you have all these other cars and stuff. I like how Zelda picks the noisiest toy to start squeaking. You doing? But anyway, yeah, I need to walk her, feed myself, have a tea, and get myself ready, and we're gonna go into the city and start this other art fair thing. So I'll see you over there and I'll show you what it looks like before anything starts and the process to set up and after. So let's go.
very enjoyable experience.
How was it? Chris here, living his New York life.
I pay one testicle to be here every month.
All right, we're back for another day. About to get started hanging our booth. Chris is searching for stuff. I'm gonna move around things, but this is what she looks like right now. Running! All right, we just finished up with like, what, 10 minutes to spare? Maybe.
Let's get a time check. 3:35.
All right.
Brought to you by Fiona
And Chris.
and Chris.
Anyway, we have to clean up this and the scaffold, get everything into the car, and then last minute touch-ups on the booth. And Chris is gonna dance. And yeah, we're gonna get ready for the opening. Chris's dream come true is tying my shoelaces. Thanks, Dad.
Listen, Fiona, today's a very difficult day. All right, you just have to keep your head on your shoulders. Okay.
Okay, Dad.
Don't let anybody rile you up.
Don't say I never feed you. So this is the booth setup. I had expected that to be on the back wall with that, but it did not fit. It was just too tight. So then we did this stacked and that stacked. So the setup became completely different than what I had anticipated, but I think it was a pretty good solution given. And then I have lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of ceramics here, as well as more here with my Gatorade. The drawing rack, which, yeah, only has 5 new things in it. I need to work on some works on paper, but it'll definitely do. And then here's the mural. So really happy with how it came out, considering we speed ran the situation. And I couldn't have done it without Chris. Shout out to Chris. He did such a good job. And yeah, she looks good. So anyway, yeah, the fair is gonna kick off soon. I'm gonna go touch up my makeup. Cause yeah, my makeup's all come off. And I also apparently have like a gash on my ear, which is nice. But anyway, I'm gonna go freshen up and then it's time to start. Okay, I am tired. Can you tell I'm tired? That is the end of night one. And yeah, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow where I'm more alive. Good morning. Yep, that's kind of what it's like after the fair. Definitely got that morning hair. Not that my hair looks different outside of that. It's kind of my vibe. Anyway, I wish I could come on here and be like, setup went great. That's a lot. Setup did go great. But it was very, very fast. I think the hardest part about setup yesterday was everything had to be done so quickly to get back to painting that I just was like haphazard. And then like the minute that I realized my 2 large paintings wouldn't fit the back wall like I originally intended and my layout changed, like just my feelings changed on everything. And I was even like, I forgot a measuring tape. I found it after everything was set up. Like it was just like, I don't know. I thought I went in well prepared, but I think it was just too much having to do the mural and that I didn't feel organized, I guess, as I should. This is just me being honest. With that said, I'm very, very happy with the outcome of the mural because I think I was living this nightmare of what if I'm not like completely thrilled with my booth layout because I couldn't find a measuring tape, so it's not like evenly spaced and we kind of eyeballed it, which I think we did a good job doing considering, and it's not what I intended. And then on top of that, I have a mural wall I don't like. But when everything was said and done, I'm really, really happy with how the mural came out. Considering how much time we had, I think we killed it. And I was getting good feedback on it last night. And people were taking photos in front of it. So I feel like it was a success. And then when I actually stood back and like looked at the booth, once everything was kind of cleaned up, I was like, you know what? It looks pretty darn good. So overall, I'm happy with how everything turned out. But during setup, it was a speed run. Like we got there, doors were like, we were waiting for the doors to open. They opened at 9. We ran in, busted out the booth in like an hour and a half. And then Chris jumped into painting and I put like labels up and kind of cleaned up things. And then I went and started painting and he was still filling in some of like the bloom colors and I was adding in the details. So like, yeah, true team effort. Big shout out to Chris. Like seriously, couldn't have done this without him. And you know, like I think we've just worked together so long now. It's like a testament to like we know, okay, you're doing this, I'm gonna do this. So artists out there, if you find someone that like assists you well in doing stuff, like hold on to that because it's so hard to find good help. So shout out to Chris, he did a great job. Also big shout out to my mom because she's the one watching Zelda while I'm doing all of this and taking care of Zelda. And she's not feeling well, my mom, like she has a cold right now and I feel terrible that she has to like take care of my very bossy, demanding dog. So love you, Mom. Shout out to you. And speaking of my mom, you know, I tell people the story about the ceramics and how my mom and I collaborate on it. And lots of people were saying that they love the forms. So well done, Mom. Just another great collaborator of mine in life and in art. So
I'm very, very fortunate for that. And also shout out to the Watson family for letting me use this beautiful New York City apartment. Again, this is the second time I've stayed here while doing the fair, and it's just so incredibly helpful. And I'm just very, very grateful for the supportive, helpful people in my life. And I needed to come on here and say that because I literally couldn't do anything without those people helping me out. So thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone. So anyway, yeah, opening night went great. It was a lot of the same familiar happy faces, and I was really glad to talk to many of you. In fact, some people were like, they come in and I would say, hi, I'm the artist, let me know if you have any questions. They'd be like, I saw you on YouTube. So I think I've unofficially become the ambassador for the Other Art Fair via YouTube. But anyway, very happy to do it, and was great to chat to many of you. So today, I don't have to be there till 4. What time is it now? 9-ish, 9:30. So I'm gonna have a shower and get myself ready, go grab a coffee and something to eat, and then I'm really just gonna chill here today. I know it's like, you're in New York, the greatest city of all, but I'm tired, my feet hurt. I did an entire mural yesterday as well as a bit setup. Like I was dead on my feet last night, so I'm just gonna relax and chill, and yeah, I'll head over there for 4 o'clock. And I'll try and show you guys a bit more of the fair and the setup and the other booths. And it's artist coffee, so I don't know if people are gonna chat or whatever, but if not, I'll do a little walking tour and show you guys around. So I'll see you over there.
Nothing like me. Okay, I am here at Other Art Fair, and let's have a look around before it officially opens. Go in here. What's this? Yeah, this is good. This is good. Yeah. Okay, it is like 2:30 in the morning. I just had a drink with one of my lovely collectors because I met her right at the end of the night. So yeah, I was talking to her friends and they invited me out for a drink. So I did that, and then I ran into some other artists there, and then I went for a drink with them. Anyway, it is 2:30 in the morning, and yeah, I had 2 drinks and a tequila shot, and that is enough for me at my age that I was like, I need to order food. So I just threw the sweater over my dress and I'm going to go get the food.
A cheese pizza just for me. Hi, good morning. I've just gotten up and I have to recount the story of last night before I forget. So basically what happened, hold on, I'm gonna put you guys down because my hand's gonna hurt. Okay, I have to tell this story somewhat quickly because I have to go get ready and head to the fair an hour earlier to rehang my booth because the largest painting sold, which I am so thrilled about on so many levels. So basically, at these fairs, usually when you have like a larger piece, somebody will come, they'll talk to you about it, they might do a round, they might take photos, they might need to go home, measure a wall. There's usually some back and forth because it's an investment, it makes sense. So I hadn't sold any paintings and I'm in my booth. I'd sold some ceramics, which was great. But out of nowhere, this woman, Kate, appears and she looks at the painting and it's about 5 minutes till the fair is closing. So like 5 to 10. And she goes, I think this piece needs to come home with me. And I look at her and I go, do you want me to tell you a bit about the work first? And she goes, yeah, tell me about it. And I said, this whole body of work is based on my memories I have of traveling to this place called Naoshima in Japan. And then she goes, I've been there and it's literally my favorite place on earth. And I think about going back there all the time. And she takes out her phone and she starts showing me photos of the places I had also been. I'm like getting choked up thinking about it, but like she literally had been to the places I had been when I went there, and she just so recognized it in the work and connected with it instantly. And I'm just looking, she's showing me her photos and I'm like, I have the same photos, I have the same experiences. And she goes, yeah, I have to have this painting. Like, I just connect to it so deeply. So the announcement comes over, the fair speaker, and it goes, the fair is now officially closed, make any final purchases. And I'm like, oh my, but we just met and we have like so many stories to share. Like, here's this kindred spirit and I can't just be like, yeah, here's the painting, bye, nice meeting you. I was like, we need to talk, we need to share stories. I said, can you come back over the weekend? And so I get her to, we get the form filled out, we get her rung up, I take it to get wrapped. And I'm like, please come back over the weekend. I want to talk to you more or something. Like, I'll buy you a drink. We can just share stories, And then she's like, yeah, my phone is dead. But yeah, I would love that. And I said, well, give me your information. So I take down her information on my phone. She's like, okay, we'll talk. And she's like, I have to go find my friends. So she walks off. 2 seconds later, her friends come around. They're like, hey, have you seen our friend Kate? I think she was talking to you. And I said, well, she just bought my largest painting. And they're like, oh my God, she did? What was the painting of? And I said, well, it was a large abstract, but it was about my time in Naoshima. And they all went, oh my God, that's her favorite place. Like, she talks about it all the time. And I was like, I know. I said, and I wanted to talk to her more and share more stories, but the fair just closed. I was like, I'm so disappointed. I just would have loved to talk about it. And they said, well, listen, we're just going to a bar around the corner. You should come. And I said, they had also bought large work. So I was like, are you able to? Because, you have large pieces. And they're like, it'll be fine. There's a beer garden. We'll find room for it. Let's go. So we go outside and we find Kate and they're like, we're going to a bar around the corner and we brought the artist. And she goes, this is great. She's like, I thought since I had bought this piece, I had to go home. They're like, no, we'll find room at the bar. Let's go. So we went out, we shared stories and laughs and tears, like everything. And I'm just so incredibly moved and grateful for this experience because as an artist, it really validates that my feelings are coming through in the work and that somebody that literally experienced what I experienced there and has those same feelings understood that and saw it instantly in the work. Like she came up and she was like, I think I have to have this painting because she didn't even ask me about it. And I was like, well, let me tell you about it first. So it was just very, very, very validating, and just another reminder to me why I do this fair to begin with. Because you're able to find connections with people, and I never would have had that if I hadn't done the fair. And I guess what I'm saying is you just have to put yourself out there. As tough as it is to see people walking by that don't even look at your booth. The indifference is the worst part. I mean, people can like it or hate it, but like people that don't even look at it. And then, you know, you have hundreds of people, and then you just need that one person to really see you and see your work. And it just makes it all worth it to me. So I'm just incredibly grateful. But anyway, that's a story. I had to recount it here before I go. But the fair opens at 11. It's about 9:30 now. And so if I get there for 10, it gives me an hour to rehang the booth. So what I'm thinking is the one I have on the side wall, the big square one, I'm gonna put that on the back wall, move the other square one down to be centered with it, and then take the 2 circles and put them on the empty wall. That's what I'm thinking. I know that sometimes it's nice to leave an empty space because that can be kind of buzzy, but the weekend's very young, and we have all day today and all day tomorrow. So I do want it to look as presentable as possible, and it kind of would give everything breathing room. So yeah, I don't think I want to leave that back wall blank for the entire weekend for 2 days. So that's what I'm gonna go do. I'm gonna go get myself ready and go do that. So I'll see you over there. Good morning. It is the last day of the other art fair, and you can hear in my voice I am very gravelly, but I'm getting myself ready now and I'm going to head over. I don't think I took any footage yesterday. It was very, very busy. Sold a few pieces, none of the big paintings, but ceramics, some drawings, which is great. And yeah, it would be really great if, you know, maybe one more painting goes. I would be very, very happy if that would happen. Some more ceramics, but those are all well wishes. If anything, I'm just thrilled with how it's gone so far. And yeah, it'll be packing up after this evening. So I'm gonna head out now. See you over there.